All right, so it's 9:05 here on the East Coast. I'm going to get started. I wanted to talk a little bit about niche markets, just like who is your audience. So I had posted in the group, what is your area? What kind of a business do you have? Why are you networking? And really, anything that I'm going to go over tonight has to do with whatever market you pick. The most important thing is just to pick one and go with it. And so I'm going to apply what I'm going to talk about tonight to fitness and weight loss, to makeup and cosmetology and beautifying. I'm going to touch a little bit on marketing, travel, fashion, and accessories. And I'm going to show you how some of these things, all of these things, you can literally figure this stuff out with the step-by-step that I'm going to go over tonight. So really there's three things I want to cover. First is, how do I find the right people for me to network with? Where are they? And how do I find them using Instagram specifically, because this is an Instagram training. And I'm going to show you a couple of tools that really help me to build to over 27. Hey, Gabby, we can hear you.
Hi, Gabby, we can hear you.
Yay! Welcome.
Thank you.
Okay, so I'm gonna keep rolling, and then I'll ask for some questions in just a little bit. Okay. Okay. So,
cool.
I'm gonna go over two really key tools that have helped me to build my follower base to over 2,700 tonight. So last night when I started this hangout, it was 2,500. So I've had about 200 people follow me in about 24 hours. So really excited about showing you how I did this and what's going on. Why Instagram? So Instagram is a social media platform that has over, and this was a couple of months ago, the statistic, so it may even be more, 700 million active users per day.
700 million active users per day.
700 million active users per day. Way more than Facebook. Okay, and Facebook is the next one down. So that's why Instagram right now is blowing up, and there's so much more people actively using it. Another piece of Instagram is there's only one place that you can have a link. And your link, there's only one link allowed, and it's in your bio page. So you want to make sure that on your bio, on your profile page, I'm going to show you some of that. I'm going to share my screen in just a second. But on your profile page, you want to have that link be to the place, the one link that is yours. Okay? And most people, you don't really want to have a bit.ly link. You don't want to shorten it. You don't want to use, if you're in a network marketing company, you really don't want to use your company's replicated website. You really want to get your own domain, reroute your replicated site to that domain so that when people click on it, they know that they're going to you and not just your company. Okay, so that's a big tip right there. Okay, so let me show you a little bit of Instagram. This is going to be exciting. And hopefully I don't lose y'all in the process.
Nikki, you're so funny.
Let me know.
She's just sitting here like this.
Y'all are laughing.
Like this.
Okay, so can you all see my screen? It's blank right now. Yeah, it's really slow. Okay, can you see my screen now?
Yes.
Oh, you're so cute too.
Okay, so here is Instagram. Now, I really, really wanted to show you from my actual app for my phone. Instagram is a phone app, so you do not have all of the accessibility on a desktop that you do on your phone. The app is so much more robust, but I did want to show you just a couple things here. So you can see my bio. It's limited on the number of characters that you can have. You don't want to talk about too many of your hobbies. You really want to keep it short and tight to what is the purpose of you networking. So in the context of Social Networking 101, the group, you want this to speak to your audience on why in the world they want to connect with you. Why do you want them to connect with you? So these little things, these little doohickeys, they're actually little emojicons that I use that are really cute on my phone, but on the desktop version, they don't really show up very well. And again, that's my website link. Okay, so when people come to my profile, they go here and they can learn so much more about me and what I do. Okay, I'm just going to show you a few of my posts. I am going to show you
LisaRoth.com.
Can you hear me okay? So I am going to show you one of the key tools that I use to create the graphics that I do, how to put the text on pictures. I'm going to show you my favorite tool, and it is totally free. So it's going to be a really great bonus for you guys. So here you can see, I'm just going to click on this. And there's no links on Instagram. We use hashtags. That's going to be a whole other training in itself, hashtags. But just so you can take a look and see the different likes. In the actual app, you can click on this and see who actually liked your page. Now, the reason that's important is you want to make sure that you get back to and connect with, because again, this is Networking 101. The whole point is to draw people in to your Instagram post, and then you need to reach back out to them. I can't express that enough. So the way that I've gotten people coming to me is through the fact that I've reached out to them using Instagram. Now, I can't hear you guys. Can you hear me okay? Okay. I just want to make sure. So you definitely want to click on this and make sure that you're getting back to and going back to each individual person's profile, checking them out, checking out what they do, and seeing if it's a good fit for what you offer. Okay, and then commenting, liking some of their posts and commenting on some of their posts that you really like, and being genuine. Again, this is about networking with people that have commonalities with what you have. It's similar to networking on Facebook. You're going to want to do the same thing here on Instagram. That's how people get your attention. That's how you get people coming and liking your posts and being engaged on your page. So it's a two-way street. You want them engaged on your profile, and you want to be engaged on theirs. Okay? So I think that's all I wanted to really show you on here. Okay, so what I'm going to do is I want to show you one of the apps that goes along with Instagram, and it's called Crowdfire. Now, Crowdfire is a very interesting, it's an app or a plugin that goes along with Instagram, and it helps you to maintain your followers, maintain your fans, maintain people that have unfollowed you. Yes, it definitely happens where I've been unfollowed by people. So this app really helps to manage the number of people that are following you, that you're following, and it also, I'm going to go over this in more depth. Now, unfortunately, on the desktop version, I can't show you everything that I really want to show you just because, I don't know, it's not working right on here. So on my phone, what I can do is, and this is where I want to talk about your niche market. So depending on what kind of a business you have, whether you're in health and wellness, whether you're in weight loss, makeup, marketing, travel, fashion, accessories, it doesn't really matter. The key on Instagram is to find a source, find a person that has the follower base that you're looking for. Okay, so I'm going to get back here and I'm going to stop sharing my screen for a second. And you guys can come off mute. I want to be able to talk to you guys a little bit. But so we're going to go over how to find your market, how to find your prospect. So let's just take one example. And I literally just did this search like maybe 15 minutes before we started this. My niche is not really any of the things that I listed, but you can use this for any single one. I just went on Google and I searched for, let's see, best fashion on Instagram. Okay? And what happened is when I did that on Google, it pulled up a Huffington Post, and what I'll do is I'll share these exact like these findings that I found. I'll post them in the group so you guys can use them and leverage them. So I went to Google. All I did was I typed in, you know, top fashion on Instagram, and I went through and I found one of them who is Man Repeller. And at Man Repeller, so I went to it's a real fashion like magazine type Instagram account, has over 753,000 followers, and you can go and do the investigation yourself. Now I don't know, you know your niche better than I do, but you can go through and find someone that has the follower base that you want, and you could use that copy followers through Crowdfire to copy their followers into your Instagram account. Okay? Because people that are looking at that Instagram account are interested in fashion, accessories, shoes, handbags, jewelry, etc., right? The people that are following that Instagram account are your market. And so all you do through Crowdfire is go to find that person, go to copy followers, and you can look through each individual person and go to their profile page and take a look at what they do and where they're located, what niche they're in. Maybe they just do handbags, maybe they just do shoes, maybe they're a client, maybe they're somebody that might be interested in what you have to offer with your business, and you can follow. Like I said, this one woman had 753,000 people. Do you think maybe you could possibly find some clients in there?
I would think yes.
Just kind of, sort of, maybe. Okay? So for marketing, one of my favorite people is Gary Vaynerchuk. Okay? So Angela, for you, I mean, he's got, let me just look, I did mark it down, 176,000 followers. Okay?
Well, I think I might look into him.
So he maybe has, the thing about Gary, now I've followed Gary for a while now, I know him very well. His follower base, you have to do your homework, okay? But this is a great starting point. So I know Gary's followers are made up of entrepreneurs, new business owners, okay? That's my market. Those are the people that I want to help service and help, make a difference in their businesses. So travel, same thing, okay? I literally went to top, best or top travel on Instagram. And I went and I found the 25 best travel accounts on Instagram. Okay? Now again, you have to do your homework in figuring out whether or not Sam Horan is the right person, okay, for you to grab their follower base. But the guy has, let me see, 497,000 followers. I don't know. Do you think maybe you could find a client base in there somewhere? I think so.
Maybe a couple.
Maybe.
One or
Maybe
two.
just a couple. Okay, so makeup. Now this one kind of threw me a little bit for a loop because I'm like, okay, how do I find makeup? What's like a niche that I can use for makeup? Okay, so what did I do? Again, I'm using the same thing. Top makeup artists. What comes up? 25 celebrity makeup artists to follow on Instagram right now.
Wow.
Okay, I mean this is just one example, but you can do, that's 25 makeup artists right there. You could do other top searches and you can find the right, person to grab their followers up. So here, for example, Gucci Westman, who does makeup for Jennifer Aniston, Drew Barrymore, and Cameron Diaz. She has 79,000 followers. Again, that's just one example. Weight loss, health and wellness. Okay, so health and wellness, if you're dealing with a specific health, something, digestion, heart, cholesterol, if you're doing those things, okay, do you think that maybe you can go to Google and ask it who to follow on Instagram that has a knowledge base, right? You're going to follow maybe doctors, maybe nutritionists, maybe who has your clients, who has your market, okay, to tap into. Weight loss, Jillian Michaels, okay, she's everywhere. I'm sure P90X has an Instagram account that you can go. Jillian Michaels has 342,000 people. What are they interested in? What's her market interested in? Fitness, weight loss, exercise. See? Jen comes right on. Okay, so on Instagram, you can just ask Google. Ask Google and say, hey, Instagram, who is hot in the fitness, wellness, weight loss? Who do I go to? And then you're going to find your right person. Again, you still have to do research. You still have to figure out, because again, I'm not in your markets, okay? I'm in my markets, and I know the people that I follow. I like what they say. They're similar to my personality. Gary Vaynerchuk, even though he swears a lot, some people on here know that I swear a lot, but he's my kind of a person. So his follower base is going to be people that I can resonate with, right? So that's some of the research that you're going to want to do. And again, Crowdfire is your app to do it because you can literally copy their follower base. You do it one at a time. Instagram has maximums that you can do in any allowable time. So every hour, you can follow up to between 100 to 150 new people. Okay. You can unfollow through Crowdfire, again, people that have unfollowed you or that haven't accepted your follow. So if they're not reciprocating the follow within a few days, you may want to unfollow them, okay, because you can only follow up to 6,000 or 7,000 people. I know that sounds like a lot, but again, you're looking at numbers where some of these people have like 753,000, okay? So you can have unlimited followers, but you can only follow up to 7,000 depending on your account, okay? Crowdfire is great because it tells you when you're within your minimums and maximums of allowables in that hour. Now, again, the key is, yes, it is the volume of people, okay? Yes, it is the volume of people, but it is also the quality of your followers. And it's the quality of the engagement that you have with your followers. Now, 753,000 followers actually doesn't mean a whole lot to me as far as active members through that account. Okay, so for myself, in order to have that active engagement that you really want, I'm going to show you what I'm doing right now. So here was my thought process, and you guys can kind of, actually, you know what? Anybody have any questions up to this point? Nikki's smiling at me. Anybody have any questions on, like, how do you find your ideal client up to this point?
Nikki asked how many hashtags you could have. She was asking.
You can-
and I was thinking 20 or 25 was the
30. 30 is the
30
maximum.
now. Okay, it's changed.
The number of characters matter. So if your hashtags are like 10 characters long and 20 characters long, you may only get 25. So most hashtags,
So up
you know,
to 30 if they're
up to about 30. I'm seeing Crowdfire app. Whoa, baby, that's sweet. Nikki. Okay, any questions about your market? How are you going to find your market or anything?
Do you go in? Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you, Jed.
Okay. Do you go in when you? Because I just did what you said. So I googled top people to follow on Instagram, and Jessica Jenkins or something like that came up. So she has 308,000 people follow her. Then you go in, search her followers, and just start interacting on their Instagram pages or what have you. That's kind of what you did, yeah. Yeah. So liking pages and talking about their pictures and stuff like that, yeah.
Yeah. What gets their attention? Okay, because that's a great question. What gets their attention is liking more than one of their pictures at a time. Okay, so you want to like somewhere between 3 and 5 of their pictures. The other thing is that's like wildly valuable is a comment. Okay, you just need to do one comment. I know it takes more, takes more time to put in a comment, but the value of a comment on Instagram is very high. So
you don't want to come off like a creep off, right? I mean, you don't want to.
The chances of them getting back to you after you comment on their picture is like so high. Really, really super high. Yeah, good question. Okay. So, anything else before I keep going?
No, I have a question really quick. So this is a little sidebar. I know that this is an Instagram training, so I don't want to steer away from it, but I just am curious is if you can use this Crowdfire app for more than just Twitter. I'm sorry, more than just Instagram?
No, it's Instagram specific.
Is it? Okay.
As far as I know. As far as I know. It's only linked.
I have it for Twitter, but it doesn't.
You can have multiple accounts.
Cool.
You can have multiple Instagram accounts, but I don't think Crowdfire does anything other than Instagram. Yeah. Okay.
Thank you.
You're welcome. One more thing I wanted to I'm going to show you what I'm doing now in order to get more people. So my strategy for Instagram was to put out content in my posts that was engaging for them, not salesy and not talking too much, more on the inspirational quote side. Inspirational quotes with black backgrounds and white text are the hottest pictures on Instagram. Those are the ones that get the most clicks. Okay, so that's a good tip for you right there. Black backgrounds, white text on top, hot. Quotes are, people eat up quotes all the time. So I can't tell you. I'm going to show you. I'm going to screen share again. So let me know if you can or cannot see my screen.
I'm typing my notes in the chat box because I'm lazy.
Yeah, you're fine. That's okay.
So nobody mind me over here.
Now they're good notes.
So this one, okay, this one, it has 60, it has 60 likes. Usually I'm somewhere between 40, 45, 50. This one's like 60 likes. And I've got some comments on there and everything. Now, people love this type of a quote where it's empowering them to know that they can, right? So just so you know, that's one of the hottest ones that I've had. Okay, so I'm going to show you. Remind me, or I'll forget. But I'm going to show you the program that I use for the website that I use to make the graphics. Super simple, really easy. Okay, so I have my strategy for my Instagram was to hurry up and build a follower base. Okay, because when you look around on Instagram, you're looking at different people's pages, and some people are like 200, 300, 500, 1,000 followers, and you're like, yeah, that's okay, maybe I'm going to take that person's advice, maybe not, okay? My goal and strategy was to look like an authority on Instagram and be an authority as fast as possible. And so I know I need to be at somewhere around 3,000 followers quickly. So I built the follower base. Again, like I said, I get, somewhere between 40, 50, 60 people are actively engaged with me. I did this in 5 weeks, you guys. Okay, I kid you not, 5 weeks. So it was a sprint to just every day, any 10 minutes that I had free, I'd go on Crowdfire and I'd go follow, like, comment, okay? But I would do that, and it would be 10 minutes 5 or 6 times a day to build up this follower base. Now, my strategy over the last couple of days has been, okay, now that I've got some of the numbers that I'm really looking for, I'm going to start a contest. An Instagram contest is one of the best ways for fun. People love fun, engagement, and getting more followers. So I started this contest just this morning, and it's an Instagram contest. These are the steps that they have to do in order to win prizes. I am giving away some prizes here. So it's just a Thanksgiving themed, just giving back to the followers and asking them to tag people so that they can win. So they're going to create either an image or a video and post it on their profile, having friends of theirs, and they have to tag the Insta Turkey Day Fun hashtag. Now, this is my hashtag. No one's ever had this hashtag before. So anyone that uses this hashtag is going to belong to this contest. It's going to keep me on track for keeping track of who is actually participating in the contest. And what's going to happen is those people are going to ask their friends to vote on their image or video and like it. Now, the person with the most likes is going to win either some one-on-one coaching with me. Let me get to the prizes. One-on-one coaching, you can offer whatever it is. If you have products or you have sample packs or whatever it is, you can offer them whatever it is as a prize to, again, get them interested in what you're doing, get them having fun with you, and it's not all about the sale, it's all about the connection, okay? Because with your really good friends and family members, although sometimes it's very difficult, I had a very difficult war market. I don't know if anybody else has had that experience before, but when you have people that trust you, that want what you have, it's a lot easier to offer them what you're offering, okay? And then you let them decide what they're going to do with that. So networking, again, yes, it takes time to network. It takes time for people to get to know you. But once they do, man, does it feel good to help them. Because that's really what we're here for, is to help other people. And when you get to know them, it's They just want what you have because they know in your heart that you're doing something good for them, and they're happy to do it. So I just started this, like I said, this morning. And so I have this post up. I have a few people that are tagging some people. And then I've got my post. I just thought this was hilarious. I don't know if anybody else does, but Turkey Day is just around the corner. Leave with prizes. Get it? There's leaves. Get it? It's funny. I was laughing.
I like the humor.
But that's one way to differentiate people that get you, because some people are just like, wow, that was really stupid, and they'll unfollow me. It's not a problem, okay? But the people that get it are going to laugh, and they might take a step closer to me. Okay? So as you're networking, not everybody is for you. Not everybody is for you. And your job is to just find the people that you want to have around you. Okay? So now what you'll see over the next couple of days is me putting up my posts like I normally do. And then at the bottom it's just going to say, you know, catch the Insta Turkey Day Fun contest. Not my thing. Okay? It's subliminal, but you know what? People see it, and they're going to see it over and over and over again all the way to Thanksgiving, because that's when the contest ends. Okay? I'm going to turn off my screen share again. Any questions about my strategy? Any questions about what I'm doing? I am going to show you one more thing. But
I'm grooving on the contest. I think that's fantastic. I've learned a lot, even just the smallest thing.
Cool.
Gets people moving really quickly, and plus it's fun. I mean, it really is for us and for the people that are participating.
Yes, exactly.
Lisa,
sure.
Do you send follows to people who have their account locked, or you can't see some of their images or who they are?
Yeah, I will follow somebody, but it's really up to them on whether or not they're going to unlock it and follow me back. But I've had a lot of people accept me because it gives them a chance to go back to my profile page and check me out and see that I'm not like a spammer. I don't have porn on my page. You'd be surprised, you guys, on porn, solicitations, all that. I mean, it's everywhere, right? So
yeah. Well, that's why I was wondering if you actually followed people who had their accounts locked, because you can't actually see the kind of things that they have on their account. And the other question, do you message people right away after they follow you? Because if you're getting that many followers, that could be a challenge, or do you use software to help you do that?
So what I do is it's one by one. It really is one by one. What I'll start with is liking 3 to 5 of their pictures and making a comment on one of their pictures. And it's something genuine. So, for example, you know, there was one dad, you know, stay-at-home dad, and he was so excited that he gets to stay home with his kids, and his wife works, right? Which we don't see too many of those, but I was like, wow, that's really awesome that you're able to stay home with your kids. And I just messaged him, you know, a comment on a picture of him and his daughter at the park or something like that. So I got, a reply back quickly, which then led into a private message through Instagram. And then he actually followed me on Facebook, and so now we're in both platforms. So, yeah, it depends on the person. It depends on the connection. It depends on what I see in their profile pictures, in their Instagram account, on whether or not how warm and fuzzy I feel they are to me. So, and I'll go above and beyond for like a stay-at-home mom or dad like myself that I feel like I could help. I really try and, you know, I'll like a whole bunch of their pictures. There's one woman that has a dog, the same kind of dog that I have, a Vizsla, and she has videos of when her dog was a puppy and reminded me of like my dog and everything. And so I literally blew up her Instagram account, and I was like, and liked all of her pictures and all of her videos. And then, you know, she wrote me back, and I was like, wow, really sorry, I just blew up your Instagram. But we were both laughing, you know, it was really funny. So, and that's a connection. I mean, like a true, right? Somebody that has something that you're vibing with, you make that extra effort, and they're going to reciprocate, or they're not, and you're not going to know that that's not your person or whatever. But she was totally like, oh, that's so cool. How long have you had a Vizsla? And she's asking me like a million questions. I was like, yeah, we're cool. This is good.
You're a professional creeper.
I am a professional creeper, and I do it multiple times a day. And Instagram is just so... I have a very busy schedule. I didn't even tell you guys about myself. I'm a full-time stay-at-home mom with 2 crazy kids. And they're wonderful, and I wouldn't change it for the world, but it's very difficult time-wise to fit in the nooks and crannies and come up with a strategy and actually think for, you know, 3 consecutive minutes in a row. So Instagram really has lent itself a lot to my business because I can do it 10 minutes here, 10 minutes there, pick it up, drop it off, you know, that kind of a thing, and work it really in between. So.
I have a question.
Sure.
So you're building your platform with these inspirational and empowering quotes and that kind of stuff. What's your ratio of posting on Instagram that stuff versus like your contest to get people interested in free advice or coaching from you? Do you understand what I'm saying?
Yeah, that's a great question. So since I just started my Instagram, I would say 90% of my posts have been inspirational or pictures of me and the kids, you know, lifestyle stuff, because really my market are entrepreneurs and people that started their own home business that want to be home with their kids. That's really who I'm going after. So I'm showing my lifestyle around what I do with my kids, so that's who I'm attracting. Okay.
Yeah.
So I see the dog totally distracted. Sorry. Shiny object. So now that's a really good question, because now, Gabby, that I have a follower base in the numbers that I want, and most of them are, you know, new network marketers, people that really want help building their business. More of my content from here forward is going to be 60-70% quotes and motivational, and, you know, 30 to 40% content.
Okay. Yeah, that makes sense.
So you'll start to see some of my stuff shift from less of the lifestyle with my kids and more of, you know, what are the limits on Instagram? How many posts do I like and how many people do I comment on? How do I use Crowdfire? You know, 15-second videos of tutorials like this, right? So you'll start to see my stuff shift into more of like training, and as I get more training, then people will be more, you know, into what I'm doing. But again, I needed to make sure that I had a follower base and the numbers that supported, hey, she knows what she's doing with Instagram.
Right.
Yeah.
Totally understandable.
So you said you have your link pointing to your main place. Is that pointing to your newsletter or to a blog, or where do you have that pointing to?
So right now, I'm in the middle of setting up my blog, so that's kind of running in the background right now. It will eventually go to my blog because that's going to be my home base, with an opt-in to my newsletter on the first page. Yeah. Right now, it's just a website that just has like bare bones skeleton minimum on there. It's got a video on, you know, what I do, what my passion is, and who I'd like to help, and they can opt in on my newsletter there. So, yeah. Good question. Any other questions? Anne, I know you hopped on. Can we hear you? Are you able to talk with us, or?
I don't know. Can you hear me?
Yes, we can. I know you have.
My dog Zoe wanted to say hi to your V Club.
So cute. So cute. I'm like, wait a minute. I see a dog nose in there. I'm like totally distracted.
She's got a nose to everything.
That's awesome. So I know you came in a little bit late. I don't know. Did you
Oh
hear?
yeah, very late. I couldn't get the link to work until I finally pasted it into a browser.
Oh, okay.
Then it worked. It didn't work directly.
You gotta love the hustle too.
There's a couple of us that missed it.
Okay. Well, hopefully I think this is recording, so we'll probably have
awesome.
a replay.
You can't have me on here. I don't endorse that. No.
Why not?
Because I'm me.
Too bad, dude.
That's it.
I'm calling it now. Too bad, dude. Oh my gosh, so funny. I think, Canva. Almost missed it. You guys, you didn't remind me. Okay.
Well,
One more thing to show you. Are you guys cool to stay on? You want to keep going, or you want me to do it another time?
No, now.
Now, please.
Now, please. Okay.
Let me get something out of this.
Okay. So, Canva. Oh, you guys get a sneak peek of what's going to come out tomorrow. Okay, so this is Canva, and I'm going to tell you guys, I am a graphic designer. I was a graphic designer, worked in Manhattan for many years. I'm trained in graphic design. This software is so awesome that I can just pull what I need when I need it so quickly, it's unreal, okay? So it has pre-done up templates for Instagram, okay? 640 by 640. And so I'm going to do something, I'm going to show you a new one real quick. Super easy. I'll put some resources in the Facebook group as well so that you can see some of the stuff. But just right here, these are free. You can use these, okay? You can use any of these templates. Now, I'm just going to click on this, and hopefully it's going to show up. Okay, perfect. So this is Christmas themed, right? I'm going to show you, hopefully really quickly, how you can make this not so Christmassy. And I don't think this one's going to let me because of the way the graphic is. Hang on. I'm going to pick a different one. I think this one has the pieces. Some of these free ones, they have pieces in them. Okay, here. So if I click the background and it's red, I can add a new color and not make it Christmas. Pretty easy, right? You can click on there. You can change it to whatever you want that isn't. You can use the pieces of the templates that are in here and make them totally different. So, I'm going to change this whole thing in 10 seconds here.
Cool.
Super Instagram. Right? And you can take out some of these things if you don't want the bell. You take out some of this stuff. Right? I mean, this is so super easy to use. It's unreal. Now we went from a very Christmassy thing to totally not seasonal at all, right? Not even holiday, really. Okay? That's one. Then there's also just plain backgrounds with some, and these are free, again, and you can change them. You can make them different colors. It's got the little lines in there. The coolest part, I think, is the uploads. So these are pictures that I actually took. Okay, so you can add in your own photos. And then if you go here to text, you can add done up text for you. It's already got the font. It's already got everything set up for you. Super simple. These are already done. And again, these are free. And you can customize them. You can make them different colors. Okay, so you can, I don't know why there's two on there. I might have hit it twice. It's a little slow from me being live with you guys, but you guys kind of get the idea? It's pretty neat, right?
So you make those, then you send them to yourself via email, save it to your phone, post it to Instagram, correct?
Yep. So I'll do the whole process, okay? Let's go back to...
So, I'm sorry, you email them to yourself?
Yeah, so I'm working on my desktop on my computer. And in order to get it to Instagram, you have to do it from the app. So depending on the device that you're using, so some like new laptops work like an iPad where you can have the app installed on there.
Right.
I don't. I have an old laptop, and so what I have to do is I go here and I hit save, and then I go here and I hit download, image for web. That's all you need. It does high quality stuff, so if you did want to do like business cards or whatever, you could. That was an option that was there. Okay, so your design is ready, and it's going to show me it here. I'm going to open it. It's going to show me a preview. You guys get a sneak peek of what's coming tomorrow. And I hit save as a JPEG. And I save it to where I'm going to save it. And then I email it to myself. And then I pull it from my email on my phone, and I put it into the app, and voila.
I forgot all about Canva. Sweet.
Yeah, it's such a cool program.
Yeah.
And yeah, you can do downloads for high quality stuff. You can do PDFs. You can do printed material. I don't know what this Make Public is. We'll find out. Nope.
Oh, you can hide your images because other people, I guess, if they follow you or whatever, they could see some of your images on Canva.
Oh, interesting.
I use the app Studio on my phone, which had a lot of preloaded stuff, which was free.
Okay.
And you could create your image on your phone, and then you could share it wherever you wanted. I mean, there was like 10 options or whatever. You could share it, and I would just share it directly to Instagram.
Cool.
With that.
I know I'm actually playing with a couple of apps on my phone, and I haven't really found one that gives me the flexibility that Canva does, because I do want to sometimes use my own backgrounds in there because their choices for backgrounds are limited. So I pull from many different free sources, and then I also take some photographs of my own. So, but yeah,
Studio lets you pull in any images. if you're doing text and you want it to be different, you kind of have to go in and out. I know iPhone, and I don't remember what it is because I don't have one of those, so I forgot it. But there's a great app that actually works more like Canva for your iPhone.
When you find out what that is, let me know.
I'll have to go back to some notes and look it up because it was on something April Marie Tucker shared before. But it was great because it lets you work just like Canva on there.
Cool. Good. All right. Any other questions? This is so cool. I'm so excited we did this. I hope it was helpful for you guys and got some good nuggets, and hopefully we'll get the replay and you guys can kind of fast forward and
Well, I think
thank you, Lisa.
You filled in a couple holes. I get like 5 or 6 maybe followers a day, but doing it the way you're doing it will definitely increase my following much faster.
Yeah, it's almost like I'm scooping them with a sifter and like scooping a whole bunch, and then I'm going and I'm looking for the people that are going to settle in, right? And then Crowdfire allows me to keep the people that are not following me back gone. Right? Within like 3 days or something, I just scroll down to the bottom and I get rid of the longest person that's kind of been unfollowed, that hasn't followed me from the beginning, and I just unfollow them as I go along. So because that's another stat thing. You don't want to be following 7,000 people if like 150 people are following you.
Yeah.
Right? That's going to be, lopsided. So I've
just undid those numbers, and now I'm starting to get lots of followers because I had 1,000 followers. I was following 7,000 people, and I think people saw that, and it's instant red flag. And then I got the Crowdfire, like you had said, quite a while back now, and now people are like just. And I didn't even know I had my account on private or blocking or whatever.
Okay.
With that.
I'm glad you brought that up. So, we're networking. We're networking, okay? And it doesn't matter what social media platform you're using. Try not to have as many privacy settings let go of as you feel comfortable with, okay? For myself, I have the maximum that people can see on my accounts available because I want them to see who I am, because if I put up a wall in the beginning, then I'm going to miss out on some people that really want a chance to get to know me. So if you put up privacy settings and you're in business, in a networking business, not so good. Okay? The great thing is, when you do get the wackos, because there are wackos, you block them. It's not a big deal. It's really not a big deal. You're just like, see you later. Porn. Got it. Bye.
Marriage proposal. Goodbye.
Marriage proposal. Yeah. I had this one guy, his wife died. He wants a mother of, he wants to find a new mom of his kids. And I'm like, how did you think that was appropriate? Really? I'm like, okay. So funny.
Can you run Canva from your phone?
I don't know.
I don't think so. I think it's only desktop.
Okay.
You probably could. It's probably going to be cumbersome.
Yeah.
You won't be able to see it very well. Oh, and I've also heard you can do, I know you email your images, but
if you have an easier way, I'm all open to my ears.
Steve and Lanisha were sharing all their images. They were doing it in Google Drive with the photos share, and they were just pulling them over from that. I mean, it's not really much of a difference, but they, could switch them around. They would just have, they'd have like 20 images uploaded there, and then they could just pull them as they wanted. But I haven't tried that. yet.
Okay.
So, but I think yeah. I like your emailing idea because then I can just that one will be right at the top of the list.
What I usually do too is I'll write myself an email of like what I want the post to be.
Yeah.
So then when I'm on my phone, I just do copy paste and then I pull the image in and then it's done.
See, that's awesome. That's really.
And then I label it on the subject line so that because I don't always post all of them. I have some, reserved on backup, and I'm like, oh yeah, let's go to that one. I'm in a rush and got to go get the kids, or someone's sick, or whatever the case might be, and I still have something to put up, like a backup quote and stuff. You saw I have like a few in my Canva that's kind of hanging out there. So.
Well, there are character limits with Instagram. You can do long form posts, but I've had to shorten a few up. That's what sucks, but. Because I'm hacking it out from my email.
I'm not much of a writer, so that's never been a problem for me.
Yeah, me neither. But
like 10 words and that's it.
And the other thing is hashtags you should put in comments instead of in your post. So if you want to share your post to Facebook, you don't. All those weird hashtags don't show up on Facebook, and people are like, "What is that?" And if you want to do it to Twitter too. I don't know how you do that. Do you do it in your post or on your comments?
I think that you can. It allows you now to post it the way that it is, and then once you post it, you can edit and you can add the hashtags in after.
Okay.
It's already been shared. Yeah, it's already been shared to your social media. The only thing in the comment is if somebody clicks on the picture and you've got 6 comments, they're not going to see it. They're not going to see the hashtags. That's the only thing.
But they don't. But it still shares your picture to those hashtags if they're in the comments.
I don't know. Okay.
It has been for mine. Because I've gotten some engagement with some of the hashtags that way, and then they're not cluttering up my post.
That's good to know.
But I think it's however you like to do it.
Okay.
But I've saved some of my hashtags in like a text message, and I just copy and paste them over instead of extra apps or whatever on my phone.
Yeah. Yeah. There is. I can't remember the name of it, but there is an app that kind of like
InstaHelper does that.
InstaHelper.
Yeah, InstaHelper. You can. There's already like preset hashtags, and then you can create as many categories of your own as you'd like.
Okay. Yay! Thank you.
You're welcome.
All right. Anything else? Any other questions? I don't think so. Okay. Well, thank you guys so much. This has been really great. I'm excited.
Yes, thank you so much, Lisa.
Me too. Thank you, Lisa, very much for all those tips.
Yeah, I thank you all. Everybody.
Thank you guys.
That was awesome.
I love it. Thank you for inviting me and bringing me into this, Nikki. I love it. It's awesome.
It's been a lot of fun. Thank you, guys.
All right. I will talk to you all later. Bye.
Bye.
Mwah.
Good night.
Night.
Good night.